like I said, I definitely want to welcome y'all to this podcast episode, and of course YouTube as well. So I'm recording this just to let y'all know. So those who are listening to the podcast, beware and just know that of course these are being recorded and placed over on YouTube, so y'all can check me out too and see what your girl doing, see what I got on, see what nice little jewelry I'm rocking, that kind of thing too. So see my funny expressions and everything else. So like I said, definitely welcome. This video is all the video. This episode is all about my journey living here in Tucson, Arizona. So before I get started, like I said, definitely make sure that you all are subscribing. Make sure that you're sharing this out with somebody that of course may want to move to Tucson or. And sorry, y'all, there's a doggone dog downstairs barking. Can't help it, but I'm still gonna keep on moving forward. But like I said, definitely make sure that y'all are sharing this with somebody who is looking to move to Tucson or somebody that may already stay here just to hear my, of course, like I said, my journey from moving from St. Louis, Missouri, all the way here to Tucson. So like I said, definitely. And again, make sure that y'all are subscribing, of course, to the podcast the Social Worker Coach, and then to my YouTube channel, of course, Tonetta Clay is my name. So like I said, definitely make sure that y'all are subscribing to YouTube. I'm looking right at y'all. Make sure that y'all click that notification bell for y'all to get all my videos and podcast episodes, that kind of thing that I upload. So let me go ahead and get started, y'all. I was looking at the camera, y'all can't see it, of course, on the podcast, but I was just being silly. But I'm just want to give y'all my last 8 month observation of living here in Tucson. I guess I put it that way. Coming from St. Louis, Missouri, a lot of y'all may not know. Some of y'all may, but a lot of y'all may not know. St. Louis is well where I lived. I lived over in South City, in South St. Louis City in St. Louis, near let me see. I got the cat hurt. Lord, my cat. I'm sorry, y'all. My cat's sitting right here too. Y'all can't see her. Maybe I'll show it to y'all. Sylvie, hey honey. People want to see you, sweetie. And like I said, y'all gonna have to come on over to YouTube in order to check her out. She's adorable. She's cute. Just like her mommy. She's cute. But like I said, definitely, I stayed over like over in South City in St. Louis, and of course, like I said, y'all may or may not know, but St. Louis is a violent place. At least to me, it is. It's always been on the number one or number two. I don't know if it did number three, but maybe I guess the top three. I'll just say that because I'm not sure if it had or not. But I always remember St. Louis being the top one or two since I was a teenager. I'm 46 years old, so since I was a teen for the murders in the city. Like I said, it's definitely a very violent place. Like I said, to me, for those who may live out like in the rural areas or in the other more affluent counties, they may not have had all the type of shootings and violence that we had down in the city. But like I said, definitely I've always stayed in the city. So like I said, that's just like I said, something that you go through, I guess, living there. It was gunshots all the time. It just, I mean, in the daylight and of course overnight, all times of the day, people being shot and that type of thing. Of course, mostly in the city, some out in Ferguson, some out in Florissant, some out like in North County. I just put it that way, North County area. But like I said, it's definitely a violent place, and it's always have been for me. I grew up there. I was born there years and years ago. Like I said, I was back in the 70s, and like I said, I was born there. And like I said, when I was growing up, I don't remember all the, or I didn't see a lot of like the violence and that type of thing going on. But once I got to be a teenager, I would say 13, 14, like I said, actually probably like 12, starting probably 11, 12, something like that, over 10, 11, 12, that kind of thing. It just became a violent city. The gangs started coming in, Crips and Bloods, Disciples, all this type of stuff. Drugs started coming into play, and like I said, definitely just created a mass chaos in our city. I guess I put it that way. And it dawns on me, I never could figure out why the violence could not be stopped, or at least cut back some. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like to me, living here in Tucson now, but we moved to Tucson back in July, me and my partner, back in July 2022. So like I said, it's been 8 months now. And like I said, moving here is just a totally different vibe. Like I said, back in St. Louis, I had to be on my P's and Q's, always watching my back, no matter whether I was going to the grocery store or whatever I was doing. I had to make sure that I was on my P's and Q's because people, of course, were shooting from like across the streets and down just everywhere, just shooting, just different things going on. Folks got shot on the highway driving their cars. Folks are shooting through the highway. All types of stupid ass stuff. I didn't mean to curse. All types of stupid stuff. Let me get some water. I got a scratch in my throat, y'all. And like I said, I didn't realize how much, at least to me, how violent. I knew St. Louis was, like I said, was violent. But like I said, coming here to Tucson has been a totally different vibe. And I didn't realize until I got here, got to live in here and that kind of thing, how traumatized I was. I guess living in St. Louis. I guess I put it that way. I was and just to let y'all know, I was diagnosed with PTSD back when I was about 18, 19 years old, when I first went to college, actually. Having bad dreams, all these types of things. I had a violent household as well. But of course, having all these dreams and that kind of thing. And I had a little bit of paranoia, they said too, on the test. And they were letting me know that that's probably from the environment that I grew up in. Always having to watch my back, always feeling that something's going to happen, always trying to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's to look around, make sure nobody's going to rob me or this kind of thing. That happened all the time there in St. Louis. And like I said, been 8 months here in Tucson. I'm like, my God, I should have left St. Louis. I've been saying I was going to leave St. Louis a long time ago and all that kind of stuff. I never did. But like I said, definitely I have now. Excuse me. And like I said, it's definitely just a totally different vibe. I don't feel like I have to watch my back everywhere that I go. I don't feel like I have to be on the lookout and this kind of thing. And we stay up here on the east side, or whatever it's called. I don't know, East Tucson, whatever it's called. And I have not heard a gunshot since I've been here. I know some folks may. I haven't. Usually stuff like, I sleep very, very light, so I can hear different things anyway. Whether it's a car starting up, a door slamming, the cat jumping off the bed, I can hear that too when I'm sleeping. It wakes me up. And it always woke me up back in St. Louis. All the gunshots, all the fighting, all the stuff that was going on. And like I said, since I've been here in Tucson, I've been able to sleep very, very well. I'm still going to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Because like I said, I've been able to sleep very, very well here. And I feel safe here. And like I said, that's just my observation for being here 8 months. And like I said, me and my partner are just now getting a chance. Not just now, but maybe about the last 2 months. Let me see. A month and a half, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Just now getting a chance to, of course, experience Tucson, going to like different events and experiencing the nature trails and the hiking and all that kind of stuff here, actually on the mountains and that kind of thing. And like I said, it's just definitely been, like I said, just a blessing, at least to me. Coming here, like I said, definitely it's helping me heal some more from the traumas and the dramas and the PTSD and all the nervousness and oh my God, this environment, that kind of thing. Like I said, this has definitely been a blessing for me. And like I said, we actually were looking at Las Vegas, Tucson, or somewhere in Arizona, and then somewhere in Georgia as well. But like I said, we definitely chose here. My partner had actually stayed here before, several years back. So I figured maybe we just decided, of course, since he's been here, we'll come here, see how things go, that kind of thing. And like I said, both of us agreed that we love it here. Like I said, I love waking up to the mountains every single day. I know back in St. Louisville, of course, we didn't have mountains and stuff like that, but here we do. And like I said, since I was a little girl, I used to watch National Geographic. I used to always say that I want to go see the mountains. I want to mountain climb and do all this stuff at the mountains. And of course, I can't climb the mountains with those little picks and stuff, which I'm not going to even try, I guess, put it that way. But like I said, just definitely just loving that I can wake up every day and see the mountains. Of course, I can touch the mountains. I can hike down the mountains, hike up the mountains. We've driven up Mountain Lemon and that kind of thing. Like I said, it's been just a blessing. And like I said, that was something that I always said back when I was little. And now, of course, I can live that dream now, I guess, to see the mountains every day, even though I can't physically climb them. But I can definitely walk up them, walk down them, drive up them, some of them, that kind of thing as well. Like I said, it's just definitely been a blessing. And growing up, I've always, probably since I was like, I don't know, early teens, I've always loved I love plants, of course. I love all that kind of stuff. So I don't know when the love for cactuses started, but I know back since I was a kid, I used to love cactuses. I even tried to get a little mini cactus when I got older in my apartment, and of course the damn thing died. I'm like, what is going on with me and these plants? But I was told that I probably watered it too much, even though the directions said water once a week. I did water once a week, and that's what I did, and the thing died. So, but like I said, I've always had a love and affinity for cactuses. And I can see all the cactuses I want here. I guess I put it that way. And I've touched them, like the little circle round ones, the tall, I think they're called cigarros. I'm saying that right. They have the small Nepalese, like with the little individual cactus leaves. They have all different kinds, and I had no idea they even had that many kinds. I mean, yeah, that many, many kind, whatever. But like I said, it's just been a blessing, y'all. Yes, I thought that when I was going to come here, I thought that because everybody kept saying the heat, the heat, the heat, the heat, it's so hot, it gets up to 120, you're going to be in the desert. And I'm one that actually loves the cold and snow, actually. But as I've been here, like I said, for the last 8 months, we moved here in July. It was 100 and some degrees that day. We both were sweating to death, burning up, trying to unpack the truck and all this kind of stuff going on. It was hot as heck. But like I said, I definitely have adjusted. I mean, I don't really miss the snow. I mean, I know that I can always go up, like go up to the mountains, whenever it's wintertime, that kind of thing, to actually see the snow up there. Those snowballs if I want to, that kind of thing. Or I can travel to Denver or somewhere else to go see the snow. California, I'm told the mountains have snow too. So like I said, I definitely don't miss it. But like I said, I'm definitely loving that I can, like I said, walk all year long. Well, except for the monsoon, because when we actually came, there was these real bad rains, and because I was told there was like no tornadoes here and that kind of thing, but these bad rains is like a hurricane tornado. I'm like, what is going on? But they're called monsoons. It's like a torrential rain that takes maybe like 10 minutes to fall and it floods the streets and all type of stuff. But it's a lot of rain. Like I said, some of them were like 10-minute rain, some of them were 20 minutes. It just depends on the rain. But like I said, I had never seen anything like that in my life besides rain at home, yes. But not that much rain in a short period of time like that. It was windy and all types of stuff. So we saw maybe like three, four of those, probably like no more than five. And that was back, like I said, I think probably like late July, August, September, somewhere in those 2, 3 months. And like I said, definitely that was, we was out the first time it happened. We were actually at the grocery store trying to come from what's that natural food store? Is it Natural Grocers? I think it's the name of it. And like I said, going in, we knew it was going to rain. It looked like it was cloudy, that kind of thing. But coming out, it was pouring down. I was soaking wet trying to run to the car. It was a mess, y'all. But like I said, it was definitely fun. It's all in fun, at least to me. Because I wasn't finna sit up there and wait for the rain to stop. So I just went on ahead and went on ahead and ran to the car and that kind of thing. So it's one of my partner as well. But like I said, definitely it's just been just a whole change of vibe here, y'all. The people, at least to me, they're friendly. I mean, I speak to everybody, and I always speak to people. Back at home in St. Louis, of course, speaking to folks, I think I did a video about that y'all may find on here about how the rudeness and that kind of thing. But of course, I speak to everybody, and like I said, definitely speaking to people, that kind of thing. Back in St. Louis, more than half the folks wouldn't speak back, had nasty attitudes, look at you like you're crazy, all the type of stuff. Like I said, I haven't experienced that here in Tucson. Everybody's been so nice, so welcoming, welcome us to the city. I was, of course, at Dollar Tree. The first, of course, like Walmart, Dollar Tree, different stores. The first week or two we got here, of course, I was letting everybody know we're new, and they're all welcome. You'll love it here, that kind of thing. Everybody was so nice, and they still have been very nice. And like I said, definitely, I'm just loving it here. And like I said, it's just another form of healing for me, so I can kind of let go of some of that nervousness about the trauma, the drama, the shootings, and all that type of stuff. Like I said, I've never lived in a city where there wasn't any. I'm sure there are shootings, there's killings. I'm sure that. But like I said, it's just not in my face every single day. I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news in probably like more than 10 years. I don't know, a long time. Probably longer than that, I'm sure. But like I said, definitely just knowing that I can walk outside to my car in the middle of the night. I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm threatened by anything. Yes, there's homeless folks outside, that kind of thing too. But you don't see folks outside hanging out with guns and selling drugs and that kind of thing, as I saw back in St. Louis. So like I said, definitely just been a joy, at least for me. Like I said, this is my next part of my healing process. So I can try to start working on my stress levels, like I said, my nervousness, the paranoia with the PTSD, that kind of thing. I don't feel jumpy every time I'm going somewhere. I don't have to look over my back like I was at home. Like I said, this has been a blessing for me. And like I said, I know when we talked about moving, I definitely want to move somewhere where I would be able to have peace. Because like I said, the city, St. Louis City, where I live over on the south side, there wasn't a lot of peace at all. I was going to work every day, of course, yes, but like I said, during the day at work, we had things going on. Of course, accidents happen anywhere, but we've had shootings in the morning. I've been riding to work one morning, and I may have did a video about it too. That was like maybe like 6, 7 months before I left, I guess. I don't know. Driving down to work, driving down Grand, and got to almost to Chippewa actually. and all these cars just came swooping in, people jumping out with guns and bulletproof vests. It was the police and unmarked cars. I mean, it was scaring me half to death. I thought they were coming after me. I'm like, I haven't done anything. I'm going to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. But it was the car in front of me that they were stopping, and I had to stop and slam on the brakes. Everybody did. And I was scared to death. And like I said, I've been done that way several times, not just in traffic, but of course, me driving to different places, going to pick up friends and being held at gunpoint by the police and different things. Like I said, I haven't since I've been here, of course, I haven't been pulled over. My partner did just the other day, he said, because he looks kind of mixed or Mexican, I guess. And maybe that was the reason. He said he think that may have been the reason. I don't know, because I know they have like a lot of, um, oh my God, my mind went blank. People who are illegals here, I guess in Tucson. But like I said, definitely, I don't know if that was the case or what it was. But he said he took it as driving while black because the police was asking him whether he had any warrants and that kind of thing. So the same kind of thing we got back at home. But it hasn't been that often at all. Like I said, I barely see police. I mean, I see them, of course, every once in a while driving, that kind of thing. But every day in St. Louis, best believe I saw the police drive up and down our streets some multiple times. I always saw them in traffic. Saw several of them in traffic. And like I said, coming from St. Louis and just having that mindset in the fear of, I hope I don't get pulled over, because I don't really care for the police too much. I guess the police who I think that are the bad type of police, I guess I put it that way, because I've been pulled over many a times back in St. Louis. I'm sure they was driving while black and other things too, and I'm just like, Lord have mercy. And like I said, all that fear and just like, oh my God, am I gonna get pulled over again? This type of thing. And here I don't even feel that way. The police doesn't really bother, well, hadn't bothered me. I guess I put it that way. I don't see many police pullovers. I see some. It hasn't been a lot at all, considering every day in St. Louis I saw them multiple times a day. And like I said, a lot of folks coming from there are scared of the police, because we've seen the police do all types of crazy things and shoot people and blame the people and all this type of stuff going on. Like I said, that was just a heck of an environment to be in, y'all. Like I said, if you're going to visit St. Louis, that kind of thing, make sure that you're being safe, watching where you're going, that kind of thing as well. I was so upset when we left St. Louis back in July, June, July. I was wanting to, of course, to go visit the Arch and take my partner's daughter down to the Arch, and my goddaughter, so we can all have like a family experience going down there and go up in the Arch. We couldn't even go do that. People were down there shooting folks on the Arch grounds. It was like several killings and several shootings down there, like in the month and a half before we even left. And like I said, we couldn't even go visit. I was so upset about that. But whenever I go back another time, maybe things have calmed down. I don't know. I'm not really not looking forward to going back. All my family's there, but like I said, I'm really not looking forward to going back because of the violence and stuff. But like I said, I will be going to visit. I'm sure of that. But like I said, I'm just loving it here in Tucson, y'all. Like I said, it's my next part of my healing process that I know that I needed. I guess I can say that. Well, I didn't even know that I needed it, actually. I knew I wanted peace and that kind of thing, but I got the peace that I was asking for, and I'm sure we're going to move out like in a more rural area, that kind of thing, so we can have more peace too, and land for ourselves to grow things on, that kind of thing as well. Won't be this year, like in the next year or so, but like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like I said, this was the peace that I never knew I needed, y'all. And like I said, it's just been a game changer for me. And like I said, definitely, I just can't say enough. Like I said, for those who have been in violent environments and that kind of thing, like I said, this is a great place to live. At least for me, it has been. Other people may not like it, don't care about it, or don't want to come here to the desert, that kind of thing, which is fine. Whatever you want to do is up to you. But this is my journey, my story, so I'm telling y'all my journey, my story. And like I said, I definitely, like I said, just definitely enjoyed here. And I know this weekend we're looking to go do something. I'm not sure what. I have no idea. But we'll figure that out. Every Sunday we have our date day. So last weekend we actually went to my first powwow here in Tucson. When I went in Tucson, it was in Gila River. There should be a video on this on YouTube about it as well. But like I said, that was definitely, I had never been to a powwow. I've been around all the many natives. We have a lot of natives here, Native Americans here in Tucson, Mexicans, there's whites, of course, some blacks. There's other races as well, but like I said, those are the dominant, like four races of people, I guess I put it that way. And like I said, I'm just loving being around all the natives, all the history too, because of course a lot of black folks, just like me, I had Cherokee. My great great grandma was full-blooded Cherokee, and that's in our family as well. There's none down here that I've seen, but like I said, that's okay. Just being in the native spirit and the native environment here, the drumming. Like I said, the drumming was awesome, y'all. The drumming and their headdresses, the attire, all that type of stuff. And like I said, if you haven't seen that video on YouTube, make sure that you check that out. It's a Gila River Indian Reservation. It's their powwow and their rodeo. First time I've ever seen a rodeo, y'all. That was interesting to me. The people on the horses running out to like tap these cows, and it was just the most calves, whatever they're called. It was just the most interesting thing to me, y'all, because I had never experienced that a day in my life. I've seen it on TV and stuff like that, but I had never experienced it for myself. And like I said, just being here, just being in the midst of all this, learning the new cultures and that kind of thing, it's been a blessing, y'all. And like I said, I definitely wish this on a lot of folks. I wish my family would move down here. Actually, I hope they see this video. A lot of them, of course, subscribe to me. So, but like I said, it's been a blessing. I just didn't realize how traumatized St. Louis had me before I left. And like I said, for anybody that's living in a violent city like that, coming somewhere where there's low crime, peaceful areas, like I said, I'm sure that I know they have their drama here in Tucson as well. I'm sure that. I'm sure there's killings here too. But it's not several times a day like it was in St. Louis. Like I said, I remember St. Louis always being the number one or number two on the murder list every year since I was like a teenager. It may have hit number 3 one time. But it's always the number one or number two. And that's a damn shame. We barely even we have the same amount of people. Actually, Tucson got more people than we got back in St. Louis. It's like a little bit over 1 million. And that's a shame. But like I said, I didn't realize how traumatized, how much peace I needed until I left St. Louis. And I wish I would have done that a long time ago. I kept saying it. I never did. But like I said, I wish I would have done that years ago. I just wish, well, it's like I don't regret it at all. But like I said, I definitely wish that. But I'm doing it now, so that's all that matters. And even my cat, y'all, my cat I showed y'all, Sylvia, back at home, back in St. Louis, she was scared to even go out in the hallway of our apartment building. She was scared of the gunshot. She was constantly getting up on the bed or running in the closets or going somewhere, getting up on the covers, scared to death. Here, she has been going outside almost every day. She looks forward to going outside every day. She doesn't, I mean, I'm sure she noticed that it's not, that we're a lot less stressed, that we're a lot less feeling the trauma and that kind of thing, a lot less having to look over our shoulders and be like, oh my God, what's going on? She's even going outside. She started doing that like the first few days we got here. She noticed how much more peaceful we are as a couple too. Going outside, going exploring the porch and going down the steps a little bit. Even though we have dogs all around, we actually stay like near a dog park. She's fine with that. She know even the cat notices how peaceful it is here. I'm sure it's healing for her as well. She doesn't have to be getting up under the covers and scared to death all the time. And we're looking for Sylvie because she's hiding because there's gunshots and all that type of stuff. And like I said, definitely this has been a blessing for all of us. Even my little kitty cat. Hi, Sylvie. My mama cakes. Let me show y'all again, y'all. My mama cakes. Hey, baby. Say hey, YouTube. Hey, podcast. She look at y'all. She was asleep. So I guess she like, leave me alone. But like I said, even the cat realizes how much peaceful we are as a couple. We're not all jittery and on edge all the time. It's very stressful on your body to be like that. Stress raises the cortisol levels and it creates all types of issues. High blood pressure, diabetes, all types of issues you could think of. Heart attacks, strokes, a lot of stuff. And like I said, just definitely coming here, I love it here, y'all. So like I said, that's my reflection of my 8 months here in Tucson. Like I said, I wouldn't change it for nothing. And so like I said, definitely make sure that y'all are subscribing to my channel. I'm here on YouTube. And of course, make sure that y'all subscribing to my podcast, The Social Worker Coach, over on Spotify. Spotify and Google, other platforms as well. Make sure that y'all are subscribing. It's okay, baby. It's that's my foot. You see a shadow. It's just mommy's foot. My little red socks. Heart socks. But like I said, definitely this has just been a blessing for us. And for those that watch this video that are from St. Louis, like I said, just know that there's always other places you can go so you won't be so stressed all the time and so looking over your back all the time. A lot of us have PTSD living in St. Louis, especially in the city. Violence all the time. And like I said, coming here, like I said, it's another part of my healing process. And I'm sure the stress levels have went down. So like I said, definitely this has been a blessing, y'all. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get my butt off here. I'll see you on the next episode. But make sure that you're sharing this out to somebody who may be thinking about moving from whatever location they're at to a better place. Like I said, definitely share this out, y'all. Make sure, like I said, y'all subscribing to the podcast and sharing this podcast with somebody that y'all know, the social worker coach. Share the podcast. And of course, my YouTube channel, Tonetta Clay. Make sure that y'all sharing this video to somebody who needs to hear this as well. Somebody who may be scared to move and unsure about moving because they've never done it before like I hadn't. But once you move, like I said, you will see another different a different kind of person coming out of you. I guess I put it that way because I do too. So, like I said, y'all take care. I'll see y'all on the next episode. I think this is episode number 72 or 73. I want to say 73. So, y'all will see it on my little picture there. But, like I said, I'm definitely doing it, y'all, with this podcast and everything, and YouTube as well. So, like I said, definitely this is new to me here, and I just started all this stuff. Like I said, trying to get things going, trying to get things the way I want it, that kind of thing as well. So, like I said, this has been a blessing too. And I thank all of y'all who, of course, leave comments, who share out the podcast, who share out my YouTube channel, that's in the videos. Like I said, thank you. Y'all have really been a blessing. And like I said, definitely, I'll talk to y'all in the next episode. Take care, y'all. This is Tonetta Clay, the social worker coach. Signing off. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.